This is my 3 years ownership of my Aprilia RSV4 RF. Now, as you can see, well, firstly and foremost, I need to thank all the guys on Instagram who sent me a message. Chasing the Tents basically said to me, get off my arse and start doing some vlogging. So that was quite funny, not in those words, but I thought it was quite funny anyway. And yeah, I've been busy, you know, the same excuse, I've been busy, but I thought it's I owe it to you guys to come out here and just do a quick 3 years review. Right, so my mileage is 3,154. Not a lot, but considering this bike is only used on track days and I occasionally ride on the streets, but I don't normally ride this bike, to be quite honest. For my day-to-day bike is my Suzuki GSR 750. That's what I ride on day-to-day. I like to go and get the shopping or something like that, but other than that, or I'm driving my car, so I don't normally ride this bike. But okay, the question, is it worth it? Was this worth it for me? And simple answer, yes, really was. Right, so mods, what I've done for mods. Okay, I've got the exhaust. I've still got the Akrapovic exhaust. I use that for the UK track. But this one here is a loud, light, very loud exhaust. Awesome, though, absolutely awesome. I had the Austin Racing GP1R. I've got that somewhere in the attic. I don't use that at all, to tell you the truth. The reason why I don't use that because I had to change the rear set to accommodate the exhaust. Now that exhaust was for the Aprilia RF 15. The 17, they've just lengthened this, so that's the reason why I've just got the two exhausts now. So this is my go-to, like the street exhaust and all that stuff, and when I go Euro track I use that exhaust. I've also got my Akrapovic. I've still got my lock. This is really handy. I've also got an additional padlock, so I have the two locks together. I've got carbons, as you can see. I had carbon here. I've decided to take it off because it was just too much carbon going on, so I took it off, put the standard one back on here. I had a frame carbon, but that's just dedicated for track use only, including the swing arm, so I don't use that. I've added my clutch cover protector because this one is actually better than the standard. It just looks nice, you know, it's got GP racing on it, you know. Oh, so when I first bought this bike I purchased a Race ECU. The Race ECU was something like £450, and the reason why I purchased that is because from day one I did told the dealership that I wanted to use my third-party exhaust. They said they recommended the Race ECU. I'm not sure what they do now, to be quite honest. I know that there's a lot of you know, details on not to use third-party exhaust systems on the Aprilia, etc. I've had no problems whatsoever using my SC project, and as far as I'm concerned at the moment, always go what the dealership say. So they say not to use a third-party exhaust. It's probably best to do that because otherwise you might invalidate the warranty. For me, it didn't, because I had issues with my O-rings where the fuel was leaking everywhere. That didn't invalidate the warranty at all. And also recalls. How many recalls have I had on this bike? So far 3. One's pending. 2 of them is for the Brembo brakes, and the other one was a recall for the dashboard. We're just pretty much a software upgrade. Okay, so the paint on this bike is mint, first class, no issues whatsoever. It's still in immaculate condition. I've got a little bit of bruising here, and that's because when I was doing track days, I was grabbing my tank, I was hugging it like I love it, so it's worn off a bit here, so I can get that done. That's pretty easy to fix. What else I've got here? I've upgraded the screen. I just got a taller screen for track days. That's perfect. I've also got a lighter screen and then the dark one, but my last track day was in Aragon in Spain, and unfortunately all the footage videos and my laptop was stolen, including my keys, so I had to get new set of barrel, new set of key. I can't remember how much it cost. It was something like £600, and apparently that if you also put a pin lock on your device, you may have to change the ECU if you lose your keys. But that's the only tragedy I had on this bike. The other there's another tragedy I had was oil leakage. That was on my Aragon video. I had an aftermarket cap filler or cap. It wasn't bolted down, so during my high speed racing in quotes, it just came on loose, but no incidents on that. I had to change the tires. Right, price. How much do a bike like this? I'm in my mid-age, so I've just started out. This is my 5th year of riding motorbikes, so this is my 4th year of actually owning a sports bike. So how much do you think insurance would cost in the UK? Well, for me, the very first one wasn't this bike, was my 2015 Aprilia RSV4 RF, and that cost me £1,600 insurance for the year. Yes, extremely lot of money, but it had to be done. And the year after that, or I should say the 1 year later, it went all the way down to £1,000. So I've kind of knocked off £600 just for the first year of owning a sports bike. And the reason behind that was the insurance basically said that I was the first, didn't have a sports bike before, my risk was really high. But a few years later, my last insurance I paid was £350. So you can see the difference between like 4 years ago to now. £450 to own this beautiful machine and have this insured. So I'm well chuffed about that. Really chuffed. So for the front view, what I've done, I've got LED lights. I've left the original OEM lights on this one, and LED. I hardly use the main beam, quite honest. Night time looks really nice. I actually posted a link. There is a the LEDs I bought to purchase on this bike is no longer available on Amazon, but there is another link which you can use. I haven't used it personally myself, and my mate had it, and basically a lot of people were saying that you had to cut this area over here to accommodate the LED. I wasn't too sure, because my mate basically said that he pushed it straight in, so I'm not 100% sure about that. And so question is, will I buy another RF will I buy another Aprilia RSV4? And the answer is definitely yes, I would. But anyway, I haven't changed I haven't done a full race exhaust system on it yet. I think maybe I might go there and just put a full race system in there. Track days, oh, that's one thing I do like about this bike, is that this bike here is definitely a Buzz Lightyear. You know, it just literally go for it. When you dial on that throttle, it's a better bike to me, to be quite honest, and there's no way I will become that better rider for this bike, because I leave it to the most experienced guys. But just having fun on the track, and if you haven't ridden your bike on the track, you have to do that. I know so far 5 guys who's contacted me who's actually bought exactly the same models. So a couple of them has bought the new one, the 2020 or the 2019. Thanks guys for reaching out for me. If you haven't ridden your bike on track, you know, you have to do it at least once. It's sublime. It's really, really nice. I zoom, so I'm going to give you a nice little sound on that. I'll just put that right here. Okay. Right, word of warning, this is loud, really, really loud. I don't want to piss anybody off, so that's loud. I might do a quick start up on the Acros, probably in the same video, but just give a quick comparison. And this is with my Acros. Okay, so one thing I need to show you guys, when I was in Aragon, it's got some preset tracks configuration on here, and if you want to add a track, you just literally add this button. You just press the add button, and then when you're there, it will map out the track for you, and then it will put all the analytic details on there. But for Aragon, what I did is this is all the data which is recorded on here. So it'll be things like water temperature, speed obviously, angles and all that stuff. And the idea of that is I'm going to upload that into some sort of like Excel, and just use pivot table, or I can use Power BI. Don't know if you used Power BI before, but you can upload all the analytic, and then you can just work on. You can actually map this onto. So I haven't got the footage for Aragon, but you can actually map that to another device, and upload the data, and you can map it all out and with the track details. But I thought this was quite handy. I'm not an expert, I'm not a racer or anything like that, but it's just quite handy to have things like this on here. Yeah, other than that, this is my 2017 Aprilia RSV4. Love this bike.